everybody! Sorry I had to come from across the room there because I'm doing a different recording setup. This is the first time I've ever actually recorded using the Xbox One console, and it's for a good reason. Super Time Force has now come out, the long-awaited game from Capybara Games. You heard of these guys? They're pretty, plucky young bunch of kids from Toronto. Made Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP, making Below, and now made Super Time Force. Critter Crunch, Cappy, Kart Racing, HD. I've forgotten all of the stuff that they've worked on, but probably most well known for Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery. Super Time Force is their newest marquee game. Let's nip it in the bud. It's available exclusively on Xbox 360 and Xbox One right now. I know that's going to bug some people. I advise you to just sit back and enjoy the ride for now, and maybe one day you'll get lucky and this will be out on PC. But for now, it's out on Xbox 360, but via Xbox Live Arcade and Xbox One. Not totally sure how much it's going to cost, but I imagine it'll probably be 1,500 points, aka, or sorry, 1,200 points, aka 15 bucks, if I had to guess. In any case, we're going to continue here. Kate and I have been playing quite a lot of it. It is single player only, not multiplayer. Despite what you might think of, this game is a Contra-like, and that's a word I've been using a lot more lately, even though people are going to be like, this isn't like Contra. Well, I suppose in some ways. We're going to start with 1980X here. But it's got a little bit of a gimmick to it that is really unique, which is basically time travel. It allows you to go back in time and alter your deaths. You know, in Contra, when you die, it's pretty devastating, right? In this, you have the opportunity to maybe get some redemption for yourself. So I've played about an hour of this so far. I got a grasp on it, but it is still pretty difficult so far. This is Corporal Repeatski. Look at me when you're talking to me, buddy. Listen up, y'all. Radar shows the street ahead is filthy with blown bots. Here's the plan. Shoot like all of them. K, there's a trademark little Cappy sense of humor going on here. Self-awareness, at least, because obviously this is something that was totally different, humor-wise or tone-wise, than Super Brothers. But Super Brothers had a little bit of that self-awareness, too. And remember, press B when you want a timeout. Timeout is like the greatest weapon since the Uzi. Use it to make me proud, K, thanks. Bye. I'll explain what timeout is. So when we get started here, you don't start with all these characters, but let's just start with Jean Rambois. In order to actually beat the level, you have to beat the entire thing in under 1 minute. So what we're going to do is just pick up, like, these diamonds here are just collectibles. What we're going to do is when you die, you actually have the opportunity to rewind time. And you can see that I have 31 more rewinds actually left before I will fail the level for real. And when that happens, you can start as a new character. And in using this new character, we can try to maybe kill the enemy that killed our person before they actually get killed. And if that happens, we can actually team up with them, and now we basically become that person in two. So when we use our charge attack here, I haven't talked nearly enough about the full mechanics, it'll actually do both of the charge moves. So our charge move as the lady that we've got here is this like sniper rifle attack, and as Jean Rambois, it's this like minigun, spread gun type thing that we're doing. So we're actually combined into one. I'm not playing the game necessarily. You know what? We're going to go back in time because I want to get those collectibles. It's a game that it has a learning curve associated with it, despite the fact, let's play as Jeff Leopard here, despite the fact that it might look relatively simplistic based on other games in this kind of vein that you've played. We hit a little bit of a power up there that basically gives us the ability to slow down time. So the reason I came back here is because in a second, my people will have exploded that, but I want to get that other collectible too. So I'm trying to basically set characters up so that I can get both of these. I know you guys want me to pick the dinosaurs, so I can get both of these collectibles here, which is important. I don't think I'm even going to be able to get it there. Okay, I messed it up, but that's okay. So I'm going to use Shield Blockerson, and what Shield Blockerson actually does here is he blocks shots. Very important in a Super Time Force, causality type way, because by doing this, I can then block those shots, go back in time, and creatively maybe play as Zachosaurus here, and then sneak by. Maybe I would have had a better chance to get that projectile, but we'll also get a few extra seconds here. Not that those are always 100% vital. That was really stupid of me to do that. Let's play as Jeff Leopard again, who is like a rocket launcher type grenade launcher dude. And we'll move forward here. So you gotta destroy this stuff. My old pal Jeff is up ahead. We were in a band in college. Those were the days. Jeff would make a great addition to the team. We've already rescued him, obviously. We're playing this level again. As long as he doesn't get killed by a huge blown bot or something, obviously that's something that's going to happen. And we can't really stop it just by breaking down this door, because he's going to get shot too quickly, right? So what we're going to do is go back in time. And the rules that are normally applicable here don't apply to us anymore. So now we're going to use Shield Blockerson. That's going to help us break down the door a little bit faster. And as a result of breaking down that door a little bit faster, maybe now we can go with someone who has like a one-hit kill like Amy McKillen here. And as soon as that door breaks, which will be right now... Oh, we didn't quite get the shot off in time. Let's try that again. Go back and play as maybe Jean Rambois, for example. who has that nice spread gun mechanic, which might even make it a little faster for me to get through here. Oh, we did it. Okay, finally. So we've rescued Jeff Leopard, even though we already rescued him before. This is a game that I think when people look at it, they're going to say it reminds them a lot of Broforce, but this did exist prior to Broforce existing, as far as I know. Not that that kind of ownership necessarily really even matters, but just to nip that debate in the bud before it even happens. It's a game that's very much score attacky, like Broforce is. Oh, that was really stupid of me. But this, like, time rewinding mechanic completely changes the way you play the game, and it's not just like, hey, it's like Contra, but it's got... That was so bad. It's Contra, but it's got pixel art or something like that. It's like, genuinely played differently than you would play pretty much any other game out there. So, now I have 3 people combined here. Oh, we can now get 4. So when I do my special attack, there will actually be 4 special attacks firing simultaneously, which is awesome. Now, those diamonds that I'm picking up are basically... oh, that was stupid of me. We should almost rewind just to make our lives go a little... Like, just to make our time a little better here, but so be it. It's not that big of a deal, I suppose. We're still going to be able to beat the level as long as we don't die, and it's looking like that's going to be pretty good. I totally forgot what I was saying earlier, but... yeah, you know, it is similar to Broforce, but not as similar as it might seem on first blush, and it's not like it really matters. The gimmick completely changes the way you play the game. It's a very meaningful strategic change. So here's what I'm gonna do. I want to keep that like 4 live character alive there. So I'm gonna go to Shield Blockerson here, and I'm gonna try to get them to fall in front of these bullets so that our shield character or our amazing character can actually live. That's another kind of pseudo collectible that I got there. Oh, we beat the level. I think it was telling me to go back to rescue my units, but that's okay. So this is Dr. Infinity, the main antagonist of the game. Greetings, Super Slime Force. 'Tis I, Dr. Infinity, leader of the Blaumbot Peacekeeping Army. I've come to teach you morons a science lesson. Time is a bull. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. And then, you know, his fists explode into the distance behind him. So yeah, it's a game that's based on score attacking. It's not necessarily based on, oh, this game's super difficult and bullet helly. Just beating the level is an accomplishment. It seems much more kind of like get the highest score you possibly can, which is a kind of neat, I guess, turn of the genre. Whereas most of these games are just like, this is real fucking hard, and we're gonna see if you can beat it. Instead, it's more about how creatively can you beat it, and that's really cool. Please don't take that how creatively can you beat it comment out of context here. And after you finish, you can watch the replay. It's a nice little tune that you get here, but mostly I find myself skipping through the replays just because I can't bear to see myself be so bad. But if you want to see everything unified in a Super Meat Boy style, there you go, by all means. We'll check out level 2 here, which we did not do earlier. So we'll play, maybe we'll start this one as like Zachosaurus. I totally love you guys. Now go run cleanup crew on the rest of these leaderless scumbots. I missed the first part of the dialogue, which might have made a little bit more sense there. So we'll play Zachosaurus here. This is actually Kate's save file, and I don't have Zachosaurus on my save file because I'm bad at video games. So she managed to save it. That clicking of the analog stick, I apologize that that's super loud. Got to work on this recording setup a little bit. Might be a little bit clippy too. I apologize for that, but I'll try to speak more quietly. I died already because I was paying attention to something else. Okay. Let's go with Shieldy Blockerson here. And we're going to just try to get him in front of the bullets here that have previously ended my life. So that are... No, that didn't work at all, did it? What I like about Shieldy Blockerson is that the bullets that actually bounce off are deflected immediately into the enemies behind him. Like, they actually aim in that direction as opposed to simply, you know, bouncing off. So I know that that seems like it's taking me forever right here, and you're not totally wrong. But I can go over to Jean Rambois here, and we can go back in time, so it doesn't really matter if it takes us like 30 seconds to accomplish that at the very start. The dinosaurs actually lived, which now means that we can have Zachosaurus in addition to Jean Rambois, and maybe get that sticky explosive stuff. And we can go back in time and hopefully save ourselves from taking damage here as well. So basically, I'm bad, but there's some unique strategies that you can hopefully see at play here, which make it a very unique kind of, you know, Contra-like, for example. I think I did skip like something that would have given me basically an extra 1 HP character. Again, those things, if we shoot them, give us slow-mo. So I think what I'm going to do here is send Jean Rambois down to get that power up, and then we're going to go back in time, Braid style, and maybe pick up Jeff Leopard here. He can hit the slow-mo, and then this should allow me to get all the other collectibles in this area and take out the enemies before putting myself into a massive amount of risk. Now, those things shatter if they fall on the ground. I think, you know, you've seen, like, the end-of-game screen. You can see, like, the medals that you get. I think that let's switch characters here. I think that is determined by, among other things, you know, the speed at which you beat the level, but also, you know, how many collectibles you actually get and which collectibles they are. Almost in a Crash Bandicoot, like gems versus, you know, jewels type model. I don't really know, but, you know, my experience so far has been, I'm not really competing for those medals that much, so that's okay. So, Amy Killingham, I'm not totally sure. Obviously, Kill is in there somewhere, is a very good character in my experience so far because her gun actually goes through walls, which allows you to kill enemies that are annoying. We can save ourselves a couple of seconds there. We can kill enemies that are annoying before they actually become annoying. And we'll take Shieldy Blockerson, who is maybe a little bit better of a door crasher here, and just blow that up so we can sneak through here a little bit more easily. And that might allow us to get a 1-up there. I don't know what these arrows are pointing at. Probably 1-ups that I could possibly get. But the flamethrower is not Shieldy Blockerson's friend, though. Let's take Amy McKillian, I guess is it. And we'll see if we can get this fragment before it shatters. Nope, we can go back in time, though, and have a better chance to do that with another character. So let's try that. It's all about, you know, rectifying your earlier mistakes. Oh, come on. We can do that better next time. I hate using my my timeouts to do this, but we'll take Jean Rambois again. And, there we go. We got that one. Maybe the coolest way to show this off is during the boss fights. And we'll see at least one boss. Oh, we go down here. We'll see at least one boss fight over the course of the video. Maybe more? We'll see. I don't want to spoil too much. The one thing I will say, I'm having a really good time with Super Time Force. It's standard Northernlion rule applies, where if I'm not talking very much about the game, it's because I'm having too much fun with the game, or it's too difficult to describe. She also has a ricochet shot, which could theoretically work for us in that situation, as you saw. I managed to get the consumable there, too, which is nice, or the collectible. Yeah, so I'm liking the game quite a great deal, even though I'm super bad at it, and maybe we could have saved some time there by not blowing this thing up. But I really like it so far, even though my strategies are pretty bad. What I will say, it seems super short, at least for first playthrough. I'll talk about the strategy of this boss fight in a second, but for a first playthrough, it seems like, you know, 7 or 8 levels. Each one might take you 20 minutes to a half hour. That's like a 4-hour type experience there. Might even be a little bit shorter than that. So a lot of people, I guess, just on principle are going to be like, that's too short for me. You're missing out. This is a cool game, and particularly if you're on Xbox Live Arcade, man, what the hell else are you playing? I know we beat the boss there, but I'm not happy with my time. So I'm going to take it back to basically where the boss spawns, which is like right here. And we already have one character that's doing like a substantial amount of damage, right? So what we're going to do is just also make it even better by having another character working at the same time. So even though we beat the boss and we could just be content with having completed the level, I'm going to emphasize a little bit of, you know, convoluted Super Time Force strategy here. And instead of beating it with like 10 seconds left, we're going to beat it with like 22 seconds left. Pretty good, right? But now that we've got another character that is doing a... Oh, should go a little faster than that. Or a little further than that. Now we know we've got another character that's shooting like crazy. Maybe we'll go with Jeff Leopard this time and try to finish the level even faster just by shooting rockets at him right from the beginning. And look at how quickly the enemy's being taken out this time. That was like in 4 seconds we took that enemy out. But wait, there's more. What if we take it back even further and we, you know, just put like another Jean Rambois in there or something like that and put him down here so more of his shots actually end up doing damage. And you can basically, you know, see how if you just iterate on this, you know, the boss fights become... This is a mini-boss, actually, but the boss fights become really, really cool, and there is some kind of neat strategy that goes on in it. This is definitely a Jean Rambois moment here. We can kill these guys super easily with this kind of spread gun feature, and then just get onto the ship, and we'll be good to go. Alright, so... I don't know if maybe we beat that level as quickly as I would have liked, but we did get another medal, I guess, for collecting all of those weird consumables, and we'll skip through this. I am still getting used to the Xbox One controller. I am playing this on Xbox One, not Xbox 360, but I have no reason to believe that this is pushing the Xbox One to its limits, so I imagine the 360 is probably going to be totally okay for you, for the majority of you who would probably be playing it on that platform. Yes, I mean, it would be awesome if it was out on PC. It's not. Business happens. Kind of feel the same way about this that I would about, like, you know, Towerfall, Samurai Gun, online multiplayer type deal, Spelunky, online multiplayer. I hate that it's kind of like the dominant theme of the discussions with the games. I hate that it's like, well, I would buy this, but there's this really glaringly obvious reason not to. I get it, but at the same time, it is, you know, it sucks because I'd rather just discuss the game on its merits. So speaking of boss fights, we have another boss fight here. This is versus Dr. Infinity. who is the actual big bad. And the way that we're going to handle this is we're going to start out with Amy McKillen. And we're going to do this boss fight like 4 times, technically. How are we going to do it? All we need to do is shoot out those cannons. So what I am going to do is, this is my first life. I'm going to try to tackle this as nicely as I can. We should be doing some damage to him as well. That's wasted potential. But every time he summons, like... Oh, that was so stupid of me. Every time he summons, like, hitboxes, I'm going to hit them with Amy McKillen. Oh my god, let's try that again. Every time he summons hitboxes, I'm going to kill them with Amy McKillen. Why? Because she has the easiest aim, basically. So in doing so, what I'm doing is basically setting the stage for my other more DPS, maybe, heavy characters to do a little bit better. So there's no way... I mean, we probably could beat the boss fight if we just handled it like this from the whole time onwards, but I think it would be inadvisable. That was exceptionally stupid of me. As you can see, I'm still, you know, pretty goddamn awful at this game. So now we'll just come over here and we'll shoot that one out. And we're running low on time here, which is an important, you know, aspect of the whole arrangement here. Time's running a little low. We're only going to be halfway through the fight, basically, by the time our total time here runs out. But that's okay, because we've kind of gotten through the first part of the boss fight, even though it might not necessarily look like it. So now that we're about to time out, let's go all the way back to the beginning. We can just do that quickly using the left bumper, and it'll rewind. And now we'll play as a little bit more of a DPS-heavy character, Jean Rambois here. And basically, I'm just going to keep him under the ship for now, and I'm going to wait until our previous character destroys these hotspots, which should be like any second now, and then I'm going to start doing damage from underneath. Now, this might actually mean that some of those Amy characters from earlier actually survive longer now, so I can go pick them up as a 1-up, which I'm going to try to do now. And hopefully I won't... not really a 1-up, but, you know, like an HP up. Hopefully I won't die in the process, and we can actually help out here by destroying one of these in and of them, or by ourselves here. And then we have, you know, 2 characters shooting at the same time because we've absorbed the life force of our other character. There we go. We just got a 3rd one, so now we'll be shooting maybe 2 lasers up here every time we go through this. And as you can see, you know, this fight's going a little bit faster now. This is basically where we ended up giving up that last round. Every character you get, by the way, as part of your posse there, helps you out by giving you 1 extra hit by acting as like a borderline meat shield, basically. So we've almost finished this fight, but we can still do it much, much faster than this. So let's time all the way back out to the beginning. And we can do that, again, easily just by using the left bumper here. It's just a really... what I'm trying to emphasize here is that it's a very novel way of playing a game like this. Let's play as Jeff Leopard this time. And he's going to be like a rocket launcher-y type character. And... again, just by basically waiting... Oh, that actually totally worked as well. I should be able to sneak in some more DPS here. As long as I hit, life is good. It is hard to get used to. You know, in playing the game, I did struggle for quite some time. Just trying to figure out how to actually make the strategy work. But once you figure out which strategies actually do work, it becomes really, really fun. And I'm not even saying that I'm at even close to an advanced level yet. But I am starting to kind of get it. And it's really satisfying to actually come up with strategies and be like, huh, I bet that works. And then, you know, it totally does. Alright, so here we go. See, we're going a little bit faster this time, but I bet we can go even faster still. I mean, one of the things that we should do is probably not just put all of our people down here at the very bottom. That seems like that is a recipe for disaster. Sneak in another shot up there. And we'll go back in time quickly, all the way back to the beginning. And if this is tedious for you, I'm not going to say this game's not for you. More like, I don't think I'm doing the best job. I'm going to take Jean Rambois again. And this time we're going to, like, come up here. And I'm just going to shoot down. That was the worst idea. What was I thinking? Alright, we'll start from here. I still think Jean Rambois is the right choice. But we'll start from, like, over here. And we'll just try not to get hit by this first shot. And then we'll fall down. And we should be able to sneak some shots in here like this. And just in doing so, I think we're going to be able to maybe even speed up the amount that we're doing damage. Of course, this causes, like, all sorts of, you know, time paradoxes and stuff like that, and that's half the fun. Like, if I'm shooting at, like, something that shouldn't exist yet, can I do damage to it? The answer to that question, to be honest with you, I don't really know. But I know that I'm having good times with it so far. That was an accidental Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Maybe Shieldy Blockerson is the character that I want here? just keep ourselves, like, safe here for a minute. That did not work out well in my favor at all. We'll try it again. I doubt it'll work, but we'll try. Nope, that did not save me at all. Alright, so let's time it out. I mean, we can just win this level pretty quickly here. We'll take Amy McKillian again. And, we'll just come up to the top as we know what we're getting ourselves into here. We can even destroy that and make our lives a little bit easier, and now just sneak some shots in like so. And because this guy's got too many things to shoot at, we're going to be absolutely fine here, and we can actually help do more damage to the core quickly. If we actually win this one, that's probably where we'll call it. And we did win it in 45 seconds as opposed to a minute, which I think is pretty good. So that's a pretty good explanation of what's happening in Super Time Force. I'll show you a little bit more about the features and stuff like that just now, and you know how much is actually in the game. As you can see, there's 6 levels here. 1980X is the tutorial level, and they're from different time periods. So you know, 1 million BC, or is that, I can't really tell if that's 1 million or 7 million BC. But you play in like the prehistoric era, and you're trying to solve these time paradoxes. You're basically like a Team America World Police, but for time. So. You know, the dinosaurs got killed by an asteroid. Your corporal's basically like, how cool would it be if dinosaurs existed? Let's stop that asteroid. So, you know, you do, and, you know, the evil enemy is trying to stop you from altering time, because, good lord, that could have terrible repercussions. I haven't actually played any of the other levels yet, but I did play through 1 million BC, and that was a lot of fun. So there's a future level, one that looks like it takes place in the 1990s. That doesn't look like a 90s, you know, image to me. One in, you know, the early Middle Ages, and then 2 in the future, one in the very, very distant future. Not totally sure what's going on here. I guess this would be our barracks, or our garrison with, like, the characters we've unlocked. This is the home of my incredible time travel engine. Sweet. Oh, so we get the glorbs in the levels to fill up the time travel. I get it. Okay. This is, like, our other collectible area. Cool. So, you know, 6 levels, each one maybe the same length as this one. 3 hours, roughly, and I imagine there's probably like a Dr. Wily-esque level in the middle, but don't quote me on that. In any case, this is Super Time Force. I recommend it. I'm having a good time with it. I'm looking forward to beating the levels. Some bite-sized entertainment. A lot of people might be, you know, of the opinion that's a little bit too small, but I prefer games that move quickly as opposed to overstaying their welcome. Pick it up on Xbox Live Arcade or Xbox One. I have no idea how to actually link to those marketplaces, but I will do my best to have that in the video description below if you're interested in picking it up. Worth the wait. It seems like a lot of fun. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It'll help out a great deal, and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.